There are a lot of talks these days about what it means to be a masculine man. But what does that mean? If you're a masculine man, there are some brutal truths you need to know. Because there are a lot of myths and misconceptions about what it means to be a masculine man. In this video, we are going to share 5 brutal truths about what it is like to be a masculine man. If you're not ready to handle the truth, this video isn't for you. 1. Success object. For a man, there is no price too great to pay for accomplishment. After all, failure is not an option. When you fall short of your goals, you suffer from not just a physical death, but a psychological, spiritual, and reproductive death as well. But do not let that discourage you. You are an effective object, capable of making your dreams a reality. You have the power to achieve greatness, no matter how difficult the journey may be. And when you make it to the top, the reward will be so much greater than the price you paid. So stay brave, stay focused, and never give up. The future is in your hands. Never overlook it. Recognize that since nature has chosen it, you are helpless to change it. Men are liked if they are successful. Women and children are adored without condition. Nobody will care if you live or die if you are an unsuccessful guy. Success is typically assessed in terms of material wealth, money, power, and position. Many ladies decide to go after success. Men are powerless. 2. Pareto distribution. You will discover that success is Pareto distributed among males. A fraction of men are at the top of the macro-dominance hierarchy as winners, while the majority live at the bottom as losers, comparatively impoverished, low status, and powerless. Despite the overwhelming probability that you will fail, if you do succeed, you will reap extraordinary rewards. There is something so empowering about taking on a difficult task and pushing through despite the odds. It takes courage and resilience to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. In some ways, life is like a very lengthy Hunger Games in which you have to outwit your opponents and persevere in the face of adversity. But if you stay focused and determined, you will emerge victorious in the end. So don't let the odds of failure discourage you. Instead, use them as motivation to keep going and prove to yourself that you can do it. Do you ever have the impression that the gods are making fun of you and making wagers on when you will finally accept your fate? Men who are at the bottom of the power hierarchy have this emotion constantly, and it can be difficult to push through and find a way to conquer this feeling of helplessness. But despite the difficulty, it is important to remember that you have the power within you to overcome these feelings and to make something of yourself. Instead of accepting your fate, use it as a stepping stone to something greater, something that you can be proud of. Take the pain and hurt and turn it into motivation to reach for the stars and make your dreams a reality. Your fate is not predetermined, only you can make it. You can make yourself great, be successful, and find a way to make your destiny. No matter how small or insignificant it may seem, your potential and ability to make a difference in your life and the lives of those around you. Even if we feel like giving up, we must remember that the universe has a grand plan for us. 3. Expendable. Your life as an adult guy is worthless. Male lives are expendable in terms of reproduction, but female lives are reproductively critical. Regardless of your circumstances, if you need sympathy or aid, you will receive much less of it than a woman or kid would. And this is true whether you are successful or not. Women naturally want to protect children. Men naturally want to protect women and children. Men must take responsibility for their protection and safety. Too often, we become complacent and assume that someone else will come to our rescue if we ever find ourselves in a difficult situation. But this is not the case. As a man, it is our responsibility to take care of ourselves and be proactive in protecting ourselves and those we care about. We must be aware of our surroundings and be prepared to act when required. Taking the necessary steps to ensure our safety is an important part of being a responsible adult. In the end, you can only rely on yourself to help get you out of a tough spot or dangerous situation. Don't be complacent. Instead, be proactive and take care of yourself. At some time in your life, usually around the age of 16, people will start to see you as a man instead of a boy. Since your life was formerly considered important, while you were a kid but is now seen as expendable as a man, this shift is frequently rather traumatic. 4. Zero-sum. A guy is only deemed successful if he outperforms other men, making success an inherently zero-sum game. Because few men are billionaires, a billionaire enjoys great status. But in a society where everyone is a billionaire would only have mediocre status. Other guys are not your comrades in the quest for achievement. They are your rivals. But that doesn't mean they have to be your enemies. Embrace them as part of the process and use them as motivation to strive for success. They are there to push you to be your best and reach your goals. With the right attitude, you can even come together to achieve great things. Lean on them when you need help and be willing to help them in return. This is the kind of teamwork that leads to the highest levels of success. Let the strength of the competition be the fuel for your ambition. Some people will assert that they just care about their absolute level of riches and do not care about their relative wealth, prestige, or influence. They typically lie to themselves when they do so. Whether you like to acknowledge it or not, you do give a lot of thought to your relationship status. Your brain contains a counter that keeps track of your position within the social structure you inhabit. The capacity to keep track of your state developed before breathing for the human species. Therefore, it comes more naturally to your mind than breathing. Your life will be a never-ending battle whether you win or lose. If you are low status, your failure will torture you spiritually, while if you are high status, you will have to fight never-endingly to hold on to your place. Perform well to live well till you die, since status competition will continue. 5. Capitalism as status competition. One unappreciated benefit of capitalism is that it allows men a platform to engage in constructive, rather than destructive competition for dominance and prestige. Although the majority of human history was devoted to battle and violence, the fact that we have advanced so far in such a short amount of time is a testament to our resilience as a species. Despite the odds, we have built a world in which we can strive to better ourselves and our communities, free from the shackles of bloodshed and warfare. We can use our energy towards creating something amazing, rather than towards murdering as many people as possible to gain prestige and power. We have the opportunity to work together, to create something more beautiful, more meaningful, and more powerful than anything we could have imagined in the time of war and violence. There is no doubt that capitalism, which is based on a game of money where the winner is the one who can make the most, is a superior system to perpetual war. In conclusion, men should never seek consolation. It is unlikely that you will receive aid. Instead, it's more likely that you will receive contempt. Weak men are despised, while weak women and kids are helped. If you, as a man, are fortunate to receive any form of altruism, then it is important to never forget the profound impact and great sacrifice of the person who helped you. These individuals are special. They are selfless and generous, going out of their way to aid in your success. We should always honor and respect these people, as they are a rare breed of human, and they deserve our everlasting gratitude. In a world that is often full of selfishness, these types of people remind us of the true beauty of human nature and that it is still possible for us to be kind and generous to those who need it. So if you have been the beneficiary of any form of altruism, be eternally grateful for that. Don't forget to leave some love in the comments if this video was able to teach you anything. Why not like and subscribe if you liked the video, guys? It will undoubtedly support the channel and inspire us to carry on with what we are doing. As always, you've all been fantastic. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and we will see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.